Jazakallah khair, Dr. Thaqib, for a nice introduction. And I'm very happy to be here. I think this is the highlight of my journey. I've been here with COP, and the difficulty to get in and out is it's a nightmare, but it's worth it. And it's really, this is my last event before I leave tomorrow, inshallah, to London and then Saudi. But I'm so happy to be here. This is my best time, really, of the whole journey. I will talk a little bit about my journey, and I wanted to hear from you for questions. So it's like a dialogue. So I will give you time to know who you are as well, and we can have a discussion. When I was little, I had an amazing father. He passed away, Allah yarhamu. I was growing with 8 children. We are 8 of us, and I'd never been out for holiday abroad, so I never went. I didn't know what is outside Saudi Arabia. And I come from Mecca, and very traditional family, with working family, and I didn't go to any private schools or learn any languages. But I loved science, and I loved heroes. My father actually behind that. Yeah, he used to bring me. He really made me love reading. So he used to bring me a lot of books and magazines, and any magazines. He used to let me read anything. My mom used to tell him, this is too much, too advanced for her. Sometimes like questions, especially medical issues, and somebody asks a question, and he used to tell her, she will understand what she can now, and she will gradually, as the human brain develop. So, and then he used to tell me about the great people who did manage to make a difference in the world. And I used to ask him always, are they really human beings? Because I can't see around me Einstein with the fuzzy hair, or Mary Curie, or Fatma al-Fihri, that all of them past and old and dead. And he used to tell me, yes, they did exist, and one day you will be like them. And I said, how? He said with his simple language, education. He told me education is the door for everything you want in life. So I loved my school. It was the best time of my life. I know it's weird, but me and my sister couldn't understand why. Even when I have a flu, I cannot go. I get even worse because I don't know what's happening, and because there's no mobile phone, I wanted to know what's happening and what did they do, because I'm really fascinated with my teachers. I used to be in a class with 40 people or pupils. Like, I didn't go to private school, but I loved my teachers so much. They were so brilliant. They did encourage me. They give me the leadership. They just embrace anything I do. There's so much encouragement, and we love this community. I remember I wanted to have, all the class, I wanted to have A's. And now when I see the school now, everybody hide from you. And when you tell them, did you do well in exam? Oh no, I didn't do well. And she did really well, but she didn't want to tell you. And I just like this type of no more of community. That I used to see my class as a community, my whole family. I want everybody to pass with high grade. I want everybody to do well. And we're missing that now. MashaAllah, but with you, inshallah, that will bring back. And then I was a perfect child until I was finishing my high school. Then I dropped the bomb at my family. And I said, I want to travel abroad. I said, what? Over my dead body already. Not because they are against education, it's because they never happened before in a family. You're living and English, and you're alone, and you go to England, it's so far and so expensive, all of that, And I was like, so I told my mom and dad, so it's no, and then my sisters and brothers, so it's like another no. And my uncles find out, so it's bigger no. The whole world find out, and even like that, the circle of no's is increase. I have this inside me, I really want to know. Not because I don't want to study in Saudi, I want to do pharmacology. Who did pharmacology? Can you see some of them pharmacists? So pharmacology, either you study with pharmacy or you do it with you study with medicine. There was no like special department for it. Now we do, but at that time. And I don't want to be a doctor yet, and I don't want to be a pharmacist. I want to be in pharmacology. So they told me, no, you can't. And, so that's it, it's like looking at the moon. I know it exists, but I don't know are we going to go there or not. So I start first year of medicine, and I did well, but I came back to my father. I said, he saw me packing my stuff from the university, and he said, "What?" And I said, "I'm not happy. I really wanted to study." And I used to cut to see the university. I used to cut the pictures, and when he was like doing wudu or anything, I just pass it to him, just like, have a look at this. Maybe you would like it. I cannot go rebellion against them, but I was like gradually, carefully introducing the topic to both of them, mom and dad, and suddenly my father agreed. And the minute he came home and I saw first time I left a passport, it was like in his pocket. And the minute my mom saw that, she started crying. She didn't say anything, but she knew that's the day I will leave. And he came. It was February. Imagine. And I was learning a few English words in the airplane. But when I arrived here, my friend I know for a long time, she received me and she put me in a Danish hostel. And it's like all that I learned, how can I speak Danish? I don't know how to speak anything. And I felt that they're very lonely. They put me in a room above the attics, and I was so dark and cold, and I arrived like late in the evening. So I was wearing my clothes and my boots and my scarf. I cried. I didn't cry leaving home. And I looked at the airplane ticket and I said, "Oh my God, my father, at least he booked me retain, so I think I can go back home. I'm leaving tomorrow." I said, "That's it, I'm leaving tomorrow." I didn't pack anything. I cried and I slept, like even my clothes, my boots slept. Then I woke up in the morning and just like, it's a beautiful area in Holland Park, it's a beautiful area, the hotel. And then it was after that all rain. It's like here in Scotland, you have the sunshine. So I opened the window and I saw this, beautiful park and the sunshine. And I said to myself, I made it, because this is I realize I'm here. Let's try again. So I said, okay, let's try again. Let's see how. And then from there I start to find a good school, and everybody rejected me, and because I didn't have the good grades equivalent to high A levels, so I had to do the A levels again. Imagine, in 1 year. And then I didn't have any offer from any university. Everybody had an offer, and I was like, just working hard, but I don't know what's going to happen. But always I believe that something will happen. And then after I got good grade, I called King's College, my dream college, and they accepted by phone. And first day I entered university, I couldn't believe it. It was like something as like I always I dream about, because I read a book about discovery of DNA between King's College, Maxwell Lab, and Cavendish Lab in Cambridge. But I never knew I will go to both universities. And then from then I worked hard. I became the student representative. So if any problem the student have, they all push me straight away to the head, the dean of the university, because I can get away, I'm a good student. And I graduated with honors, alhamdulillah, and then I got full scholarship from Cambridge University to do applied technology. And from there, I did I developed a new invention in diagnostic. It was very novel, and then I was on the front page of my college in Cambridge, and then Al Jazeera and other news picked my story, and I agreed to do it because I called my father and my mom and I told them, turn on the TV. I know they suffer a lot because that was too much for them and the society. because I left and people say your daughter left, she will never come back, and all of that, and that's too much for a family coming from that heritage and connection. But father never cared. He never complained actually to me. He never, whenever I call him, he say always positive. How are you? You doing? And I didn't see them for 4 years because I wanted to not to go and just if I leave, I just want to just. I was afraid that if something happened, I cannot come back. And I coped with that. Though I want to be with my mom, I want to be with my sisters, a big family, but my passion to make a difference in the world became more than my needs, my personal needs. That's what drives me more. The lights. I wanted to make a difference. So I told them 10 on the TV, and that's very funny. That day, my father was going to funeral. So, and a funeral is very clear, like a cousin of him is very important. So when he saw the news, I said to them, "This is thank you for meeting you." Then he took a picture and he went to the funeral and tell everybody that people are sad, and he was like, "Look." So everybody in the funeral tell something, really, what's going on? So people forget about the maid and start talking about this is what's happening. So it was for my brothers like, oh my God, my dad not again. But I just maybe did it because I not just because I want to be in the news. It's just because I want to inspire other women and men. That's and then my career took over, and somebody come from Mecca, from a very traditional family, and she became the advisor to Ban Ki-moon, United Nations. And I don't have any privilege or a father minister or anything. You work your way. And it happened. So if I can make it, anybody can make it. So that's why I wanted to have that TV program. And from then I picked up, and alhamdulillah, I got many awards. And the only thing in my life, I want to make a difference in people's life, and especially to the developing world, to the poor communities. That's my goal. Because when we hear the Hajj al-Ikhtira, the necessity mother of innovation. And it's just really when I was growing up, I still asked my father, so the most deprived society, the innovation should be for them, but there's the more, they're the one not benefiting from the power of innovation. I couldn't understand why. Because now science and innovation, and just like the COVID vaccine, only for them, for the people who can afford it. So injustice, it's not fair. Women in developing world, especially in the Muslim countries, the highest number of deaths for breast and cervical cancer. Every 50 seconds, we lose a woman for breast cancer. Every 90 seconds, we lose a woman for cervical cancer. That's not fair. This is not, this is our duty because we've been privileged to go to school and manage to, if we want to have diagnosis, we can go to any hospital. Our duty, how to make a difference and how to make accessible of science, the impact of science reach every single human being. That's my motto in life.